Welcome back to another episode of Tyrants, a Darker Thoughts special. This special is going to be minimally scripted, and it'll be me reacting to various articles on our tyrants that were chosen by myself. And today we're covering Justin Trudeau, a made in Canada tyrant. And yeah, let's get in on it. A recent controversy is that Trudeau in the Canadian Parliament applauded a Nazi war criminal named Yaroslav Honka, and that he received a standing ovation in a special session attended by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. A lot of you are probably wondering who Yaroslav Honka is. He is a veteran of Hitler's Waffen-SS 14th Grenadier Division. The unit basically fought to expel the Soviets from Ukraine. However, they committed numerous pogroms and massacres of Jewish Ukrainians. Should be noted that Honka was invited by then Speaker Anthony Rota to attend this special session in Parliament. He called Honka a hero and invited people to applaud him and stuff. Well, guess what? Poland, Russia, and various other countries in Europe are now seeking to extradite Honka for numerous war crimes, including the indiscriminate murder of Polish citizens carried out in a farmhouse by his SS unit while the Germans were retreating from the Soviets. To quote Polish Education Minister Przemysław Kaczmarek, Honka should be prosecuted in view of scandalous events in the Canadian Parliament, which involved honoring in the presence of President Zelensky, a member of the criminal Nazi SS Galician formation. I have taken steps toward the possible extradition of this man to Poland. I agree with Zarnik. Sorry if I butchered the name, but it's very hard to pronounce. This is just one in a bunch of scandals with Justin Trudeau. A more recent scandal that's happening now is a secret slush fund has come to light too. And it's being funded by our carbon tax, and it's allowing Trudeau and his buddies basically to enrich themselves. I actually watched a question period where Pierre Poilievre went after Trudeau about this, and Trudeau, basically in Trudeau fashion, did not answer any of the questions. And this is not surprising at all, considering his We Charity controversy too, where Trudeau literally took $900 million and pretty much pocketed it from the We Charity. That, and there's wide-scale corruption too, not just with the Green Fund, but with a bunch of other funds that's happening too in our government, including a sex scandal too, where thousands of dollars were spent on sex shows featuring senior citizens. This and other things, including the $1 billion Green Fund, shows that Justin Trudeau is literally our version of Idi Amin Dada. At best, he's corrupt and incompetent. At worst, he's our dictator, especially now where he has been overstepping provincial laws and the rights of the provinces and the Constitution for environmental assessments, as well as his abuse of the War Powers Act with the truckers. I think, in my opinion, that Justin Trudeau should step down as Prime Minister. At this point, anybody who votes for him is sick in the head. It's like knowingly voting for a frickin' tin pot dictator like Idi Amin or Hitler. at this point in time. Like, putting this together, it's a large amount of low-hanging fruit that I can literally go after them on. Another scandal, too, is the fact that medical assistance in dying is now being offered to the homeless and the disabled instead of adequate social services. It's almost like telling somebody in a wheelchair, we'll help you die instead of helping them live. Which is horrifying and dystopian, in my opinion. Like, I read a recent article, recent of January of this year in the National Post, that 1/3 of Canadians polled were fine with killing the homeless and the disabled by pushing MAID or medical assistance in dying. Which I think is horrifying and very dystopian. How long before this gets shoved down to people like autistic people or the developmentally disabled? And how long before it becomes mandatory too, and that we're viewed as a drain on society, which is one of my biggest fears. But yeah. And where I'm a good guy, I'll pull up the receipts. Like I was saying, this is, to me, is looking more and more like something Hitler and the Nazis would do. And yeah, there's not much I can say about Trudeau that's fit to be put on the internet. But the fact that 1/3 of Canadians are fine with killing the homeless is not the answer. What these clowns don't seem to realize is a twist of fate and they could become homeless. And I'm sure they would want work or a house over their head, so to say, to live in. Rather than be going, here, jump in the lineup so we can kill you. Justin Trudeau's Canada is very dystopian. And I find it horrifying that us as a developed nation are pushing the concept of medical assistance in dying instead of proper medical treatment, proper social programs, and proper supports. To me, that is downright dystopian. All in all, I think Justin Trudeau needs to go. Either people of Canada need to wake up and realize he is the devil incarnate and vote him out of office, or we need the police to snap awake, so to say, and arrest him as the common criminal that he is. Or the king himself needs to intervene, Charles III, who is the sovereign of Canada. I actually seen a petition that was posted by the Conservatives to King Charles to force Trudeau to step down, and I actually signed it too, not that long ago. I think Trudeau needs to go because if he gets reelected, we won't have a country left. But yeah, like I said, this point in time, anybody supporting the Liberals is deeply mentally ill, if not a criminal themselves, to keep them in power. Looking at you, Jagmeet Singh. The amount of corruption is staggering. It's like, come on, folks, wake up. The emperor is standing without any clothes. The corruption is plain to see. And anybody who thinks Trudeau is the savior of humanity is living in a parallel universe. That is all.